Welcome back. Even though we do have to bring the humidity back, still having 80s in June, even going into July, is almost unheard of in central Georgia. So we'll take it.
Yeah, our average high is 92 degrees, and we're staying in the 80s today, and we're going to be in the 80s for the next week or so. So
I like
it's going to be certainly a nice stretch of weather here in central Georgia. Let's start off down at Houston Medical Center there in Warner Robins. A temperature of 80 degrees, winds out of the east at about 9 miles an hour. That's been the story today with dew points in the 60s. 80 degrees, like I said, there in Warner Robins. Most everywhere else in the 70s still past the noon hour. 79 in Forsyth and in Macon, as well as in Gordon and Cordele as we roll past 12:15 here. 81 there in Wrightsville, Dublin, and Swainsboro. And with that wind coming from the east, it's certainly making it feel a little less humid outside. Just check out those dew points there in Wrightsville and Swainsboro in the 70s, and then or in the 50s, excuse me, 70s down in Unadilla and in Cordele, 72 in America. So it feels a little more muggy to the south, but for the most part, we're comfortable across central Georgia. Here's a look at live radar. You know, I was saying this morning we had some model runs showing some scattered showers in the area, and I really thought they were overdoing it, and it turns out they were. Instead, we've got some thunderstorms down where the boundary is stalled out there in southern Georgia, and that's going to be the case as we roll through the day today. So the east wind is going to persist through the day today, going to stick around for some of the day tomorrow. Notice we stay in the lighter greens and some of the transparent colors indicating some comfortable humidity values, but then once we get to the weekend, I think that humidity is going to return with those dark greens and the winds coming off the Atlantic. And that's going to be the story through the weekend. So here's a look at future view through the rest of the afternoon. We might see one or two of those storms from the south work their way in towards Cordele or McRae, but I think for the most part, majority of us are going to stay dry today. Then tomorrow we all have a scattered shower risk. That model wasn't putting too much over us, but the humidity ticking up ever so slightly, I think we'll see some. And then for the weekend, we're up to about a 40% chance of rain as we settle into that summertime pattern. Not so much so on Monday, but then by Tuesday, we're back into it here in central Georgia. So how does that boil down in terms of rain chances? A 20% chance of rain today, up to a 40% chance of rain for the weekend, and back down to 20% for Monday. All right, we've got to keep an eye on the tropics now. This is new as of this morning. Now a 40% chance of development for this wave of thunderstorms coming off the African coast. It's got several days to work through the Atlantic, so we'll certainly keep an eye on it here in the 13 WMAZ Weather Center. But it is that time of year. Of course, it is hurricane season. High temperature of 85 degrees today. A stray shower will be possible south and west. And if you're headed out to the Macon-Bacon game tonight, it's going to be a fantastic evening out at Luther Williams Field with temperatures starting in the 80s and cooling off into the 70s. All right, let's roll on forward through tonight. An overnight low of about 69 degrees here in Macon and Warner Robins. And it's going to be like that area wide with a high temperature of 88 tomorrow. Some areas might reach 90. Here's your 7-day forecast. High temperatures, like I said, in the 80s for the most part here in Macon and Warner Robins. 40% chance of rain for Saturday and Sunday, and it ticks down for the start of next work week. Caitlin?